And Grand Rising, welcome to Rise Up with Blooming Lotus. My name is Danyelle Claxton. I'm owner and operator of Blooming Lotus Wellness. Today is Monday, May 22nd, 2023. So I just want to start off with, how was everybody's weekend?
Oh, my weekend was absolutely wonderful, eventful. I'm actually down here in South Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, and I had the chance to see my oldest son in Savannah, Georgia. We drove up, it's about 2 hours away from here. And I drove to see my son and his girlfriend, and that was absolutely wonderful. And then I celebrated with my sister for her birthday. So it's been eventful. This weekend was very eventful. I saw my niece. I mean, it was great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, that's nice. You had a
Yes.
good time, girl.
I did. I'm trying to rest up now.
Well, my goodness, what happened? Oh, my grandson graduated from high
Ooh,
school.
nice.
I'm very, very super proud of him.
Yes.
Football, and he's going to college, Concordian or something college. It's in Ann Arbor. It's a small college.
Okay. Okay.
But, he's one of those real focused young men.
Yes.
And so, stand away from all the hoopla and stuff, and so he can stay focused and
Yes.
so anyway, very proud. And then right after the graduation, we took him right up to his dorms. So I was able to do the dorm thing, because Philip Fame went into the Air Force. So we did that trip to Texas to see him.
Okay.
No, I went to Texas. Philip went to when he went to his next station, which was in Jersey, in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So that was fun going that route, the military route, and just following your children, and you know the deal.
Yes. Yes.
Next for them, and then watching them make all these crazy decisions for their life, and having to remember that you made some crazy decisions at that age as well. So
yes, ma'am, that's right.
But yeah, but that was
that was nice.
Yeah, really excited about some things that's coming forth.
Yes.
With my businesses.
Right.
Getting ready, just getting ready.
Oh, sounds great.
I'm getting ready as well. I had a peaceful weekend. I did go and I met up with Kim Matherson.
Good.
We had a great conversation. We have a great connection. And I just love her personality and her spirit. I did go by the Hilton Hotel Southfield and see the vendors of Motown Witches conference this weekend. And she had a nice selection, yet there was still some people that still had a lot of, it was a lot of cross stuff, people making stuff. It was a lot of esoterical vendors, spiritual vendors, and they had spiritual things. And one thing I was proud of, I was like, wow, I have all the herbs and stuff at home. This is what I'm thinking. I got all the stuff at home and make all of this stuff at home. So I didn't, I did good. I didn't have to buy anything. Like there were some things there that was interesting. One sister had like a sage and Palo Santo spray, which is good for when you need to cleanse, if you do some spiritual work and you need to cleanse yourself off of doing Reiki or energy exchange or anything like that. Well, I remember making that one time when I was in a situation where I couldn't burn sage where I was at. And so I boiled a whole stick of sage and a whole stick of Palo Santo. Like literally just boiled it with some water and then let it cool and put it in the spray bottle. And I was able to spray my area instead of smoking.
Nice. Okay.
It's like, okay, I see that. I need that. So that's telling me I probably need to make some more while I'm traveling or something like that.
Right.
Of course, the floor washes, which I already know how to make. The bath salts, I got some from Dr. Shiva the weekend before. So it was just interesting, like, okay, she had and it was interesting how she had a couple of people didn't show up, but it was nice to see how everything was set up at that hotel, the Hilton Garden of Southfield.
Oh.
So I did do that. I did take myself out to brunch yesterday.
Well, good for you.
Yeah, I wanted some catfish. So I was like, there's a place around the corner called Wings and Soul Food. No, that's like, I went there. They have a brunch thing. It's like, okay. I did work with my client. My client had me work with her, took some extra hours this weekend to, her family. So that once 9 to 12, I was assisting her. And it was interesting because she was mad. Saturday, she was just upset because she was like, she forgot that her son was going out of town and that I was coming. So she was just in this whole funk that nobody told her that somebody was coming. And it's like, okay, well, you can be in a funk all you want, but it's like somebody's here to help you. Let's just be happy with that.
Exactly. Right.
And so, yeah. And so yesterday, I'm just like, okay, I got an opportunity to take on some extra hours. And Lord knows right now, I can use some extra hours right now. And it's a client that's around the corner. It's in Southfield, right around the corner. I'm like, that's great. With this opportunity, the agency is actually paying for 3 hours of work, but it only takes about an hour to complete.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, okay.
I know that's right.
And the only issue is that the gentleman is a tall guy and he's a paraplegic, so he does not help with shifting his weight. But they have a whole machine there. They have a whole machine there called a Hoyer lift. Hoyer lift is a machine that you have a net and you put under the part and it helps. It does the lifting for you. So now that I've lost my weight, a lot of people look at me like, can she do anything? And I'm like, first of all, stop doing that because you don't know a person's strength.
Right.
But on my way to the client's house, there was a call from my supervisors because it was a meet and greet. We was meeting for the first time. And they was like, well, it was in a frantic. And these are women, okay? They asked me to tone down. Can I tone down my beauty?
What?
I was like, excuse me. Now realize I have on green scrubs. I have on a head wrap. I didn't wear no makeup yesterday, just like I barely got makeup on right now. Right. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, so the client has a girlfriend. The client is 70. So, the girlfriend's got to be in her 60s or 70s as well. And so she was like, she's extremely jealous. They've been trying to find a male caregiver for this case, a second and third male caregiver, but they can't find anybody to keep the key. Right. And so basically it was like, well, we got somebody who's resourceful, who's reliable, who lives right around the corner. They talked me up. She's into holistic wellness. I think I don't want to say they messed up, but they told her that I was a belly dancer and all this other stuff. So she just insecure, highly insecure. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, excuse me? Like I told them, I was like, once you turn the goddess on, you can't turn her off. Like it just don't work like that. And I'm sitting here like, tone down. Like, wow. You tone down. What is it? Your natural beauty. So I get to the house and I just waited for them because they was late. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna look at this house. There was a house next door to her house that looked like it could be something in the future. So I was like, let me look at this house, check it out, look at the windows, see what's going on. And get into the client's house. The gentleman doesn't speak. So I'm assuming he's a stroke victim, but he can communicate. And you can look at him and tell he was kind of a player back in the day. Still got an earring in the ear, still he's dressed kind of kind of, yeah, for the time. I can't say how you guys dress because a lot of seniors dress, they don't dress like their grandparents. You know what I'm saying? They dress
Right.
now, you know, like relatively now. But you can tell that before he got sick, you know, this was a man that was, you know, kind of active. I'm like,
Right.
okay. And so I made sure I spoke to the wife. Hello, my name is Danyelle. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. I kept the conversation to him. And when it came to tending to him, you know, I made sure I did both, right? But
Right.
she walking with a walker, overweight.
Okay.
You can tell she's got mobility issues herself. You know,
Right.
just like, how can you be so insecure about what I'm doing when I'm here to help you out? Because if nobody showed up, then you would have to tend to him.
Yeah.
And quite obviously she can't tend to him herself.
Right.
So I'm just like, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve. You know, one of my supervisors was in pain because she slipped and fell while bowling. I told her about the sexy. I was like, I got some sexy for you. And my other supervisor was like, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm like, that's the name of the problem. I mean, that's the name of the product. Sexy,
Right.
SASKE.
Right.
Like, okay, so I got to watch my words about sex. You know what? You know, okay, I'm like, Lord, you obviously sent me here for a reason. But my
Right.
attention is, I can't believe that that other women actually asked me to tone down something that I just can't tone down. That
Exactly.
you can actually tone down. And to appease the insecurity of someone else. And I'm like, it's almost like the Bible said, once that light shines, you don't dim your light for nobody else. So that was my cordial self. And but I was like, wow. So now we're asking people to do that. Like I said, I'm like, now I'm praying to God that I still get the case, because there's obviously we have to get a net for me to use the Hoyer lift, because I can't, that's a 2-person assist. Right now he's a 2-person assist. And I'm like, they got the tools for me to make it easier. I could do it an hour a day for 3 hours.
Right.
Yeah, we can work this out. But I'm just really surprised, because I thought of somebody like Queen Aduni. First of all, Queen Aduni, you're absolutely gorgeous. I've never seen you on a bad day. And I was like, I was fussing at my boyfriend. I was like, even on my bad day, I'm gorgeous. Like, you know, even if I wake up with rest in my eyes and everything like that, I'm still a beautiful woman. How do you tell another woman to tone down her? And then, like I said, it's not like I wear makeup. I'm not wearing makeup right now.
Right.
I don't wear makeup all the time. Sometimes I have weekends where I'm just natural, you know. But I guess since my guest is not here, you know, how is it that women, and I think about all the Elizabeths, you know what I'm saying? We are all in different stages of our lives. We are all different shapes, sizes, colors, and everything, but I've noticed we are all naturally beautiful. So,
yes.
You know, how that, I'm just like, wow. Like I haven't had that experience. I know me growing up dealing with my insecurity issues, being bullied. Let's go back there. I was bullied for the physical attributes I have today. I was bullied for when I was growing up. And my mother talked to me all the time and said, there are people back then in the early 90s, she's like, people pay for what you have. People are paying for your thick hair. People are paying for your thick lips. Yeah. Which is true. They are paying.
They sure are.
Yeah. And I'm like, I embrace that. I embrace that totally. And I'm like, I love myself to the point where it's like, I know I don't have to walk around with makeup all the time. I don't have to walk around with lashes all the time. I don't have to do that. So when you tell me, like, how do I tone down? I can't tone it down. I can't, and I won't. You know what I'm saying? I may have taken off my earrings. Yes. Who's about to say something?
Oh, I just had a question. Who asked you to tone it down? The wife or the company? Your supervisor?
My supervisors, before I got to the client's house, because they talked me up. They said they talked me up really good, you know, that I was in health and holistic wellness. And I guess where they went awry is when they told her that I was a belly dancer. So instantly, once she heard belly dancer, she, how can I say this? She requests for male caregivers, okay? But the problem is there's a shortage of finding good, reliable people. So they instantly thought of me because I'm literally 8 minutes away from the client. So they were like, you know, when you're trying to match people, you don't want people to try to drive 30 minutes to try to take care because anything can happen. And so, like I said, I was curious to find out what this woman looked like and why she was so insecure. She is a woman that's probably, I'm guesstimating she's in her 60s. But you know, she has health issues herself. And like I said, I'm here to help. First of all, I know the program, you guys have a program to assist you for caregiving. So if you're in a program for assistance, yeah, lets me know right there that ain't a whole lot of money involved. So first of all, I'm not that type of woman, but still it's like, come on now, let's be realistic. And the gentleman, you know, he needs help in the morning getting ready, and he needs help in the evening getting down. So yeah, they actually told me down because she highly insecure. And yeah, I'm curious because she's around you guys' age. Like, first of all, I just want to know, have you guys experienced that even in your age bracket? Because like I said, I'm just shocked. I was shocked. I was kind of upset. Like, okay, I'm doing y'all a favor and you asked me to tone it down. I'm in scrubs, okay? Scrubs, head up, head wrap. You know, this is a meet and greet.
I would ask her, how should you do that? How can I do that? Please tell me. I would like her to go a little deeper.
Can you say more? Tell me more.
Right.
I'm sorry,
right.
Danny.
I have to dummy down.
I have to say something. I have to say something. Danny, you could look like a troll and she would be insecure. That's her problem.
Right.
That is her problem.
Right.
Because okay, I think I'm cute, you know, but people have been like,
you are cute,
I have had that experience.
You are cute. Okay.
Thank you.
You are fine. You are fine as fine. Okay. Let's seal that deal. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, it doesn't matter. It's another female presence. That's period. That's period. You can't, you tell your supervisor, I said, you can't tone it down. There is no toning it down. That's her problem, and she has to deal with that. I don't know. It should be in the house. Because isn't that where you were with it last?
To mama, to grandma.
Yeah. And that's what I realized. And I'm like I said, I'm looking at the
Take your time.
I'm looking at the beauty on the screen. And I'm like, you know, one of the things when I got into spirituality, I love how there's that self-care, self-love part that's so important that it does change how you present yourself, period. And I'm like, I haven't done any self-love, love work in a long time because it's just innate. It's just there. So I'm like, wow, like you guys actually asked me to tone it down. Like I felt my goddessness just really felt insulted. Like really, like you said, how do I do that? How do I do that? Like, I'm like, I mean, I do everything to enhance the beauty, to be beautiful. It's something about being a woman and being feminine and being beautiful. That's absolutely, absolutely amazing. And I know there's a lot of women out here who they're not in their divine feminine. They don't touch the divine feminine. And I feel like I hear stories from friends of friends who, you know, seek depression and everything like that. You could tell in their appearance. You can tell an unkept woman is going through depression. You know what I'm saying? When the hair is not done, when you don't take care of yourself, when you're not eating the right foods, when you're not even moving or dancing or doing it, and you're just stuck in this.
Right.
You can tell by the clothes you wear and how you walk, but then you can also tell the difference of a woman that's in her goddessness, you know, even without makeup, just walking around, you know what I'm saying? You can tell there's a difference. There's a difference. And so, yeah, let's just talk about like, what are you doing to keep yourself up, to keep in that? Because I'm like, that just encouraged me. I'm gonna stay in my goddessness no matter what.
That's right. You know what? I would take what they said as a compliment. and just a reflection, she have to see that reflection, but it's a compliment. I wouldn't even think bad about it right now. I would be like, okay, that's cool, whatever. That's a compliment that I look beautiful. Thank you.
And
whether I can tone it down.
I will admit, I did get a wink from the gentleman. Okay, I did get a wink, but let's be real. I know for a fact men like to look at pretty things. Okay, so if a little excitement in his day, and think about his lifestyle. He's in a wheelchair all day. He can't speak. He can't do anything, and I'm like, he really can't do anything for himself. That is an interesting life to live when you can't do anything for yourself. So I'm like, yeah, if I didn't take it as anything, because I'm like, he can't do anything. So you're worried about me changing his diaper and cleansing him and everything. You should be grateful that, anybody is doing this. And I'm like, when I do that type of work, my mind is not thinking about anything else. I'm like, I'm just thinking, okay, how long do I have to do this? And how quickly can I get in and out? So yeah, I do take that as a compliment, but that made me think, first of all, I'm loving Edwana, how poised she's sitting straight up and looking absolutely amazing. I'm like, I love that poiseness.
Yay.
So just something to think about, like, okay, so how do you keep yourself up? Now, I see you, Queen Adunia. You're saying, how do you keep, like, Queen, your hair is absolutely amazing. I got a video that's trending right now of you belly dancing, because I caught you belly dancing at the Elizabeth conference.
Oh my goodness.
I tell them the story. This woman is 70, like seriously 70. And you're moving in your shape and everything. You have a gorgeous shape, by the way. Mama Evelyn, your hair, we love your hair. It don't matter if it's up in a messy bun or if it's down, if it's curled. Your hair is just that's like the accent to your beauty. Edwana, your hair up, you're just beautiful. Deidre, you're absolutely gorgeous. Your skin is clear. It doesn't matter if your hair is wrapped up or if it's in your braids. Star has a beautiful smile. Ebony has your hair is absolutely gorgeous. Your smile is absolutely gorgeous. Rev is just, she's just Rev. She's gorgeous, period. So I'm like, I can see and recognize the beauty in any woman. You know what I'm saying? And that is a blessing and a skill. And I'll be honest, I really saw the beauty in other women the first time I went to King's Spot, because it's one thing to see people's faces, but when you actually get vulnerable to be around women, naked.
What naked?
And it's like, come on, that's beautiful. I'm like, okay. That fupa is actually pretty hot. Like, it's like I look at the female form totally different, you know what I'm saying, than what most people do, because they sexualize everything. So I guess we have this conversation about beauty. I don't know why I feel led to talk about beauty, but I'm like, we have society's beauty standards, and then we have the spiritual beauty standards, which your natural, when you take care of yourself, your natural beauty is just going to come out.
Yes.
So yeah, women of a certain age, because you guys are all women of a certain age. Like I said, this woman had to be 60 or 70, and I can see she's already broken down. Do you get that? Do you sense that when you're around other people, how other women respond? Because I know I worked with Rosa Renee at an event selling her makeup, and so many women was like, oh, I don't wear makeup. And I'm like, yeah, you might want a little bit, just a tiny bit. I'm not saying you got to put on, but you walk around and act like you don't ever wear lip gloss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell me you wear nothing. And I know, so let's have this conversation, because that really, I realize I'm not turning my light down or my beauty down for anybody. I'm gorgeous. I mean, I realize I look in the mirror like, oh, you're cute. Okay, you are really pretty without makeup. Okay, we ain't worried about that. Even if I have a pimple or a blemish or whatever, okay, that's my body telling me I need to cleanse. Let me put some sunscreen on. We're going to get this. So let's talk about this. Have you ever experienced that? That's the newest experience for me as a 41-year-old woman. That's new. That was new. going from an insecure kid to now to being like, I don't think I'm pretty enough, to now it's like, oh, I'm really pretty. Now I gotta tone it down for people? Really?
Couldn't find it, baby? No. Okay, it's
That
okay. We know
woman
we know it's in the
experience.
house somewhere. It's okay. No,
What you say, Edwina?
I said that's an interesting experience, and it happens a lot with women of color. Um, Years ago, you know, white society, because we could do our hair, one example, in so many ornate ways, it was against the law. We had to cover our hair up in certain states because the tribal hairstyles were just too much for the Caucasian women to handle.
Yeah, I think it was called the Targan laws. The Targan laws. This is
And
like
it
18.
was awful.
It's like the 1800s when we started mixing and getting the mulatto women. Yeah, and especially in Louisiana, they had something called the Targan laws. That's where we had to wrap our hair up, because our hair and hairstyles were too exotic for the white women, and we gained the attention of the white men. And it was like, oh no, y'all gonna have to tone it down. Yeah, y'all gonna have to tone it down.
And it's been a part, you know, it's followed us. One thing that's one really positive example for me is I have a friend that's about maybe 15 years my senior. And we used to have a lingerie company together. I commentated and on occasion modeled. She's long, leggy, beautiful woman. And she used to be very shy. She came through back in the 60s. Women of color were starting to do things career-wise in exotic spaces. And she worked with a travel agency. And she was probably similar to your complexion, Danyelle, with really sandy hair. And she chose to dye her hair blonde. So people traveling, especially through Florida and along that way, they didn't know her race easily, you know, and she really used to catch it in workspaces. And she began to explain to me over the years as we were together. I watched her first. She would encourage young women and mentor in a way that was so natural and easy. And then she began to break it down to me. She said she had such a difficult time with women just because she existed. You know, when she got married, there was talk. She didn't have children right away. And then when she became pregnant, some woman was audacious enough to say, oh, she finally learned how to do it. Look, she's pregnant, finally. And so what she did was to go inside and encourage herself. And the lesson that you're sharing with us is about being encouraged and finding your space and standing in it. And very good for you, very good for you, because some women have been confused by it. I'll never forget a situation, just my nails. I inherited nails from my mom. There was a job at a university that I interviewed for. I used to work at this university. And this guy, his being gay does not matter, except the fact that we were having lunch and he kept watching my hands. My color used to be orange, just a summer orange. And he said, he looked puzzled and perplexed. He said, is that the nail polish you had on at the interview? I said, yeah, why do you ask? And then he disclosed that I wasn't going to get the position because the woman in the deciding role didn't like the fact that I had nails and that my nail polish was orange. And it wasn't unprofessional, but that's what they chose to focus on. And I thought, first of all, it was shocking. And I was able to correlate it to the subject that I was talking about earlier. This woman sharing with me, a dear friend, about how to love and in sisterhood and how to empower. And it was just, again, an example of how devastating. It did catch me, because at that particular time, I was looking for a position and I was qualified for it. And to have the depth of that thing happen, not just once, several times, I had to find my space and be okay in it. And as women, I love the fact, like today, I've got a plethora of things to do, but I wanted to plug in
Oh. Uh-oh. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh my gosh. I had a whole conversation on mute, huh?
No,
Just a little
that's
bit.
when you were
Just
saying
went on mute.
what you
Okay.
had to do today.
I had to take a minute to say good morning, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
And to learn to be reaffirmed in what Danyelle was sharing. And the takeaway for me in all of it is find out who you are for self and walk in that, and then connect with others like we're doing in a loving community, because the world can be really harsh and there's so many pockets. And yes, a woman who doesn't know her worth, who's wounded, can really be a force of unnatural pain, and it is to have maternal love turn in on anything, any kind of love turn in on you is painful. And as women, we are so complex. We have so much that we're responsible to and for within one another and in a community. And to have someone, because they're broken, tear you down, that's a seed that can multiply into just not so wonderful fruit. Finding who you are and encouraging others is a great thing. And lastly, the question comes to my mind with Danyelle in that situation was, what would you propose that I do? Go put myself in my pocket? I'm like, what?
Right.
Put myself in my own pocket? Where do I go with just the natural me? So it's a lot.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, Danyelle, we have a guest and I'd like for her to come on and let us meet you. Brandy
Wilson, hello.
Hello, ladies.
How
Hi.
are you?
I'm okay. I apologize for just like creeping in here. I realized as the conversation was going, I had just driving my kids to school. And so that's why I kind of stayed off camera. I didn't want to be distracting to anybody.
No problem. Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You happened on, I was about to say, how did you find us?
Well, I had saw there, and it started at 8. I realized I was late, but I was coming to see Adrienne speak from Manny Sister Global.
Yes, you know what? She's out sick. She got sick over, but you're more than welcome to stay because I know she promoted it, and I knew she was bringing some people with her, so I'm like, you're more than welcome to stay. But she did call off sick. We're gonna reschedule with her, but welcome. This is Grand Rising Elizabeth. This is a sisterhood, sister space, and we just keep it going. So
great.
Where are you located?
I'm in Louisiana.
Okay.
Oh,
one of my favorite places. So are you part of the Manny Sisters group? I know she was going to talk about that because she has a upcoming retreat coming up with the Manny Sisters. And I wonder, can you tell us a little bit about that or what you know about that?
Well, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar with human design, the human design system. Is that what Adrienne was coming to talk to y'all about?
Yes. We're going to talk about that today.
Okay, yeah. So Manny Sisters is a group that Adrienne started of all females that are manifestors in the human design system. And so manifestors are a really small population in comparison to everyone else. We make up about 7 to 9% of the population. And so it's just really about mechanics of aura and being able to have this kind of sisterhood and not have to explain ourselves to each other as far as just like these little quirks that are inherent to each one of us. Last year was the first year that we did the retreat that she was going to speak about, moving into next month. And we were 20 women of all different backgrounds, ages, all sorts of different things, but we were all manifestors. And if you would have told me before that weekend that I'm going to enjoy myself with 19 other women and absolutely have not one single problem or anything with it, I would have laughed my ass off at you. But we spent 4 days in peace, and it was beautiful and a beautiful sisterhood. that has continued, you know, even off the mountain. And yeah, it's just, for me, it has been life-changing to have that sort of soul resonance with other women. And yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Thank
It's
you for sharing
possible.
that.
Thank you for
Very
sharing.
welcome.
It's possible. It's very possible for women to get along. Like this notion of women not getting along and fussing and fighting each other and all this other stuff, I don't experience that. I don't experience that. And I'm like, and I think, and I'm like, I'm just like, wow, I'm really saddened for women that's their lifestyle. You know, I've said women say they can't trust other women. They've been betrayed by other women. They've been hurt by women, just on a friend level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, you know, I think we've all had experiences like that, but it hasn't jaded me to the point where it's like, I just don't ever want to be around other women. There's something sacred being around like-minded women and doing like-minded things. And I'm like, you know, I know me personally, I love it. I've had my good, I had my bad, but it's like, you know, for me, I just keep moving. So it's very possible to have that experience, you know, with women. Like I think Mama Evelyn, I think when we met, our first sister circle, sister group, we never had any issues. We never had any problems.
You know, and if there were, it was handled. I mean, we, you know, if someone didn't like what was going on, they were perfectly free to leave, and there was no hard feelings. Yeah, I have just looking, you know, just briefly looking at those shows where women are fighting each other and just really just having a bad experience with each other. I said, why do you treat each other like that? You know, I just, they're so lost, and I feel so bad for them. I just want to reach out and give them a hug and like, come on, it's not that serious.
Right.
It's something someone was speaking to earlier about, you know, wounding and like maternal wounding or any sort of wounding or wounded love turning in on itself, I think. That's kind of what's coming through for me as we're talking about this, you know, being at odds with another female in any sort of way in my own life, for me, is a huge mirror and reflection for how I felt about myself. You know, or the woundedness that I carried, you know, that I may project outwardly or just see outwardly. And so I would say the last 7 to 5 years of my life of intentionally really turning that around to love myself, but yet more foster my connections with the other, whoever the other is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's truly changed a lot for me to be able to see that.
You know, the mirror. So, Deetra, you talk about Queen Afua's detox.
Yes.
Her Sacred Woman, she has a whole section of her book, Sacred Woman. She has a whole section called Sacred Beauty. Like, seriously, about the beauty treatments and about not just outwardly taking care of yourself, but the work that you need to do inward as well.
Yeah.
And you know, that is some powerful stuff right there. A lot of women, we're not taught to, you know, deal with that. Focus ourselves. Look at the mirror. I took a picture yesterday of myself without the filter, just to look at myself without filtering. And I'm like, even with that, I'm like, okay, I'm still gorgeous. I know I got to do some skincare work. I know what I need to do on myself. I know what to do and I'm going to do it. And I'm like, sometimes we got to take that filter off and really dive deep. And I love doing mirror work. I love when I'm in a session or something and it's like, okay, I need to sit down and really look in the mirror and see myself and see what I need to work on of myself. And I'm glad that you said that was a reflection of something that obviously I know she needs to work on. I really do. I realize that. And that's why I was kind, I was cordial, you know, because she doesn't know when they said I have flexibility with this case and it's just an hour. I'm like, you know what? you know, she don't know where she's gonna get. You may get me coming from somewhere where I got a full face of makeup, but I'm here to do a job to make sure that he's taken care of. You may get me coming from home with no makeup, you know. I'm still gonna be professional because, you know, I'm still gonna be professional, but you don't know what version of me you're going to get. The version of me you got was somebody that was off all day, and I just threw on a pair of scrubs and came to assist you. So yeah, this is amazing. Now, Brandy, you said something about manifestors. I know when it comes to the human design, you have generators, you have manifestors, and you have manifesting generators. Is that correct?
Well, let me back up. So there's manifestors, projectors, and reflectors. Those three types are non-sacral beings. That means that the sacral energy center is not consistently lit up for us. And then there's generators, which are the sacral beings. And so since human design has been out, a lot of people have taken generators and broken it up between generators and manifesting generators to delineate a difference. But in like the overall scope of it, whenever we're looking at energy types, it's really sacral or non-sacral. And so a generator and a manifesting generator are the same mechanically in aura. But they have a slight nuance differences, but they, to me, in my mind, they fall into the same category.
Okay. And does everybody understand when she says sacral or non-sacral?
No, can you break it down, baby?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. So in the human design system, whenever you run your chart and you look at it, it breaks it up into that we are 9 centered beings. So there's the 7 chakra system. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with that or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the theory is that around 1700 something, we started operating and being birthed into the world from 7 centered to 9 centered beings. And so the human design system breaks us down in these 9 centers. And the sacral center is basically like our life force energy. It is that endless energy that keeps going and replenishing as long as we are doing something that is correct for us, in alignment for us, that lights us the hell up. Generators have this ability to just sort of keep going because that energy constantly replenishes themselves. And for us non-sacral beings, we have to operate a little bit differently in the world. And doesn't mean that as a manifestor, projector, or reflector that you never experience this sacral energy, you know, coming into your body. It happens by being in connection with other people. It happens by what happens in the cosmos and the planets and the stars. You know, they're constantly moving. So sometimes the energy that's coming through our being is going to light up our sacral for us. And so Adrienne is really the human design expert on this. I don't want to act as if I know all the things. I just, whenever I speak about human design, I always speak about it from my experience, my experiment. And so I've been experimenting in it about 4 years now. And for me, learning that I was a non-sacral, that I was a manifestor at that was life-changing and validating on so many levels. I understood why I was so different from all the people around me. And I understood why my vehicle, my body, was so different because I was definitely living a life for 35 plus years as a generator and kept going until I reached physical burnout, mental burnout, spiritual burnout, on every level burnout. And so human design was just this beautiful thing that found me at just the right time to help me come back out of that burnout in all the correct ways.
Great.
Yeah.
So human design is how we are automatically made. And so understanding how we are and how unique this body right here is, and this vessel and this spirit, all this, the more we understand each part of that, the more powerful we are.
Yes.
If we use it in a loving and a generous giving way.
Correct. For me, it's like, I like to think of it as our energetic blueprint, like whoever our higher power is, they have given us this like way to look at our energy and how they made us in a very like logical, like blueprint, matter of fact sort of way.
Yeah. Right.
And when you do it that way and you respect how it's made and what makes it tick, it truly is optimizing your whole life, all in every aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for dropping a little bit of that knowledge, because I've heard of it. I've had my chart read. Years ago, somebody told me something, and I'm like, okay, so what is that? And just never really dug deeper into that. I know I was told I'm a manifesting generator, and I can see that. I can see that. I've seen things in my life. I've spoken things into existence like that. I'm a belly dancer. I get it because I'm a belly dancer. I see how movement inspires my creativity, but it also helps that movement spiritually helps things move along as well. It's like, okay, I have to dance, not just for myself, but I'm dancing for everything else that I'm calling into existence. It's really interesting and weird, but I'm also, sometimes when I'm dancing for people, I'm dancing for, like at the Elizabeth conference, I looked at the video of me dancing and I hear the encouragement coming from the crowd. And I'm like, I felt the spirit of healing for other people. So there is a way that when I dance, I actually am dancing for the healing of others, subconsciously, unconsciously. Like I'm dancing because in my mind, I'm thinking I'm just dancing because I'm dancing, I'm performing. But no, there is a ministry happening. There's healing happening. There's something happening while I do this. And I noticed when I first got into the belly dance community, somebody came up to me after a performance and was like, oh, you have an orange aura around you when you dance. And of course, I'm just now getting into everything. I'm like, okay, thank you. Have no idea what that meant. Now I know, because orange is the color of the sacral chakra. Like, and that's the womb healing. That's I'm a womb wellness practitioner. I deal with yoni steams. I'm a doula. Like, if you look how everything just kind of boom, boom, boom. I'm sitting here like mind blown, but you couldn't tell me that almost 20 years ago. It was just like, thank you. So yeah, I get things that I'm starting to see how it all ties together. Like, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And for me, in my own wellness journey, my health journey, the last 2 years or so, because human design is so layered, there's so much information to it. And a lot of people have the same experience that you had. I had my chart read. I didn't understand half the things they were saying, and I never really went further. But the arrows that are up on the chart around the head area, depending on what software you use to run your chart, they don't all have them, but there's usually 4 arrows at the top and they either point right or left. And there's so many nuances to it, but this tells us how our body, first of all, if it's more of an active body or a receptive body. Like, there are people in this world that their love language is to sit perfectly still and have, someone bring them the thing that they forgot across the room, just because their energy is more correct to be at rest in the physical body than to be moving. Whereas for me, when I'm learning, my body wants to move. So maybe these like little fidget things in my hand would be, hi baby, I love you too, would be like ideal, because my body gets to move as I'm focused or engaged. Well, same thing for environment. I live down here in South Louisiana, but the further I looked into my chart, my body is best in dry climates. And here I am trying to heal things and and recover from certain things. And I live in an environment that is counterproductive to my body and what my body wants. So this retreat next month, going up in Colorado, up on the mountain in the dry air and being in sisterhood, my body will feel so correct. And for 4 days, we'll be in the optimal environment for it to do what it does best. And I know that from human design, but also like I want to say that because of any women that are in that sort of industry or, their businesses or anything to do with that, that's how it can benefit you to understand that piece. Like, you don't have to know everything about human design, but if you understand these variables around our head and what that means for us, and you have, work one-on-one with clients, like, to me, that's some added layer that really optimizes the system or the product or, whatever it is that people are offering.
Brandy, when is the retreat?
June 7th through the 11th. Yeah. And so I know, like, Adrienne, I don't want to speak for her, but I know her idea is to be able to, keep bringing manifestor women together in all sorts of environments, whether it's, 4-day long retreats or just even virtual, just to have that continued sisterhood, in all these different ways, and experimenting with our human design pieces, because even though we're all manifestors, there's still so many different things and nuances, that makes us a little different.
Yeah, she's been on our show before, so I'm looking forward. And your popping in, what it did was just gave us kind of a teaser.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because now we can go in more deep in responding and understanding more about it from a layperson. This is what I got out of it, that kind of thing, versus the doctor, the one that's saying this, and then da, da, da. But the person who received it and had lived in it, like you said, for 4 years, right? Then how you've shared how it has affected your life. And that's always the selling point, is how did it affect your life, right? And then a person can say, oh, okay, I can get to this, that, and the other. So yeah, thanks for sharing.
And I know Adrienne has a whole business about how using human design for women who are in business, how that impacts how you work your business. So I'm loving how she takes that aspect, and then she is able to show you how you work what you work, how you work, why you work the way that you work. And I'm like, oh, that to me, that is a very interesting principle, because we're all in different spaces doing what we do, and it's like, okay, yeah, I like that aspect. So I can't wait to get her on the show, record with her, do whatever I need to do with her. First of all, I just want her to get well, feel better, and get well. See how we can reschedule that. But that retreat, thank you for telling us about that retreat, because that retreat sounds absolutely amazing.
Oh yes. I'm sorry, just one more piece that I could not resist but bring up is going to be how learning human design has affected me as a parent, and my children and my grandbaby, and understanding, because I've struggled. So I was a mom at the age of 17. I'm now 42, 4 children, 1 grandbaby, put myself through college, worked all these jobs. I feel it's no different than a lot of women's stories. But I struggled as a non-sacral, definitely, keeping up with all these children and jobs and school and all this. And being able to see the blueprint of each of my children and understanding how the mechanics of their auras and their wiring comes together, either in conflict or beautifully, together, has changed so much in my household, has changed so much for our family. Even my older daughters that are in their 20s have been able to witness me go through all this and give me a lot of grace for things that I wasn't prepared to handle as a teenage 20-year-old mother. And so, and my younger kids, you know, they get a different aspect and a different perspective. And I can see how this could be so beneficial for future generations. And the man that put forth this system has always said that human design is not necessarily for us adults. It really is for the future generations and for our children. And so it can be such a game changer when it comes to education, when it comes to daycares, you know, when it comes to sports, any sort of activities for our children. It's such a beautiful thing of understanding instead of us forcing our future generations into boxes that we believe they should be in. And that's all I wanted to say about that. I'm really passionate about that aspect.
Oh, wow. Thank you for sharing so much, Brandy.
And y'all are so welcome, ladies. I am so happy I found this space.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I just want to know if we wanted to, what is it, follow you or get in contact with you or just, you know, befriend you. How do we find you?
Definitely. I am on Facebook. I don't know if I'm searchable though. I'm on Instagram as Brandy D Wilson _. I have not really put myself out many places, but if you look for me on Facebook, Brandy Delahousie Wilson. And I also go by BB, as in the bumblebee.
I like that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for joining.
Yes. Very welcome. Thank y'all.
So I'm like, I'm charged up. I'm definitely charged up. I like the impromptu-ness of everything because sometimes you just got to go with the flow. You just don't know where things are going to go, how things are going to go. But I'm just in the flow, like, okay. And so one of the things that I know, I went to sleep with and woke up with a plan. You guys don't know, I have a cork board in front of me that I pop up everything, just little sayings and different things of that nature. And I'm looking at something that's actually from Mama Evelyn. So I'll go on. And it says, I went to sleep with a dream and woke up with a plan. And behind that is a card that says, what is it? I now work and love. I now do work and love. Okay, I now do work I love and I am well paid for it. So basically saying I do the work that I love and I'm well paid for it. And I'm just like, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
let's see. I would like to give Mama Evelyn a shout out because I bought at the conference, I bought some earrings from her, 2 pair, and I gave them to my niece, you know, just when I came down here to South Carolina, and she wore them yesterday. And everywhere we went, people were like, oh my goodness, I love those earrings. And so one lady, I actually got her email, her phone number. She said, can you send me a pair? I was like, yeah, sure. So thank you, Mama Evelyn, because you definitely got some good feedback on those earrings.
Thank you.
Evelyn, you have don't you have a website?
No, I was doing, I have paid for the domain, the name, my business name with GoDaddy, but they're charging too many fees. I just, So I wanted to do something that was more free,
I've seen
just to have a presence.
Wix, I do use GoDaddy
Yeah,
to get the domain name. Your domain name should just be your domain name.
yeah.
Wix, I do like Wix, and you know, ladies, I am available. I'm reasonable. You know, we can get this together real quick because your earrings do capture a lot of traffic.
Yes.
And
Yes.
also remember, pictures, your earrings, pictures and videos sell amazing. So Mama Evelyn, just hit me up because we can sidebar. Sidebar. But remember, we could take pictures and post it on Instagram. I did one picture where I had a hat from a vendor. I had the earrings from Mama Evelyn. I had the t-shirt. I made sure I tagged everybody because people always ask, where you get this from? How can I get in contact with this person? How can I? And I enjoy being a working
billboard.
Thank you. We are all walking billboards of each other.
Yes.
In the video that I posted on TikTok, the full video is on TikTok. I haven't posted the full video on Instagram yet, but what is it? I tag every vendor because Goddess DNA put a waist chain on me. What is it? Conversations put the I did the veil. My veil work was conversation pieces. I did that purposefully so I can advertise the people and the products who I wholeheartedly believe in. So one thing we can do is do that for each other. Our t-shirts was from Consuelo's Creations, which I don't know if she got her Instagram page up. Hint, hint. Like I said, I am in the social media marketing game. So if you don't have time to do this, it takes me no less than 30 minutes to get this stuff done. Just reach out to me. I'll make sure you have your stuff done. But Instagram has it set up where you can sell stuff through Instagram. I don't know if you know that, Mama Evelyn, but you can have a store on Instagram and you can sell. And, I know you've seen people, the stores and everything like that.
Wow, I didn't know that. No, I did not know that.
Yes. So, so yeah. See, people want to know, where'd you get your hair done? Where you get this from? Just when you take that picture, if you have a presence, make sure that you tag where you get this stuff from. That's what free advertising. That's what social media is about. It's free advertising. It's a free resource by which to do free advertising. And I'm about to do some free advertising right now. So one of the things that I'll let you know is that I do have my social media boot camp coming up June 4th. It is a 5-hour intensive. If you feel like you can get this in 5 hours, and it comes with an ebook, we go step by step and make sure that your Instagram, your business page is set up properly and set up powerfully so that you can get the posting and get the content done so you can get out here so you can get the results that you're looking for as far as profits. I also, on June 5th, I also have the 7-week course. So I break down my boot camp. I break it down week by week. If you feel like, Danny, this is too fast, I need to go a little slower, we go week by week so that by the end of 7 weeks, you have what you need. You have everything set up powerfully. The boot camp is $99. I'm like, if you want to join, if you need it in person, I will be over at Everett's. I will do hand-on. If you need a refresher, we're going to do this. Like, seriously, sit down. By the end of the course, you will know how to properly post, how to set up a schedule, how to create a schedule day. Like Mondays could be your schedule day. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna create content. I'm gonna edit content. I'm gonna schedule content on Mondays after the show. So that way you have everything already set to go, and you can go on about the rest of your week doing what you need to do. And then the 7-week course is by Zoom. So we meet probably between 6 and 8, and we go slowly. We go a little bit slower to get everything set up. So I would tell you, being online, being on Instagram and Facebook makes a huge difference. People know. I had a woman come up to the conference and she was like, Danyelle. I was like, hello. She's like, you don't know me. My name is Naomi. I follow you on Facebook. I just want to meet you in person.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, okay. She's like, and then she asked me, so when is your belly dance class? That's the power of social media, because all I post about is healthy eating, spirituality, belly dance, and Tava. So I'm like, if somebody comes to me and it doesn't freak me out if somebody doesn't know me, because I know I'm only going to attract the people who I'm supposed to attract goodness to me. So I'm like,
yes.
Oh, okay. I took a picture with it. I got it posted. But that was a powerful testimony for me right there. It was the fact that this woman follows me. She looks forward to the content that I put up. She looks forward to seeing me show up on social media. So imagine how many people are looking for you to show up? Just show up. Like, you know, be it a 2-minute inspirational video or something. Just, we have to just show up a little bit more often, and people get that following. So when you say, hey, I'm doing this conference, come support me, people actually go about doing that. And that's the power of, for me, the social media. I also want to testify that the conference was very successful for me. I ended up getting 3 gigs.
Oh, wow.
Within 48 hours of the conference. I got 3 gigs, belly dance gigs. And I also got a social, because of my presentation, I got a great opportunity presented to me literally 24 hours after my presentation. So going into the conference with a purpose, my purpose is to propel myself more into my passion and my purpose of doing social media. So yes.
Congratulations, Danyelle.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
That's all about congratulations, Danyelle. I believe everybody got some great things one way or the other in meeting somebody or buying something or being introduced to something, or your heart was touched by something. I have seen some of the pictures. I'm going to show you a few of them. I do have to leave and take the car back that we rented yesterday, but and Star will, you know, host. But I want you all to prepare, because we really are going to take 6 weeks and we are going to do a business plan for whatever your vision is. It could be a project that you want to do. We're going to do, and we're going to start in June. So decide what that is going to be. I know that I have 2 that I'm going to work on. One is the Elizabeth and getting us legally our structure and all of that. We're going to take care of that so we can get the 501c3 for Elizabeth. And then my Everett is going to go to the next level and where we're going. So putting all of that together as a business plan, so for funding and for investors and so on and so forth. So we're going to walk this out. Even if you have a business and maybe you don't have your business plan, or you have a business plan and you want to tweak it, upgrade it, just look at it again, see where, you know, you can tighten it up. My business plan was done when I had, oh my God, it was mid 80s. And I had a hysterectomy. So during that time, I did 6 weeks being down. I created my business plan. And it's so thorough that I still can go back and check it off. I really reached into the future, wrote it all down as to how I see it. And then, so every year I looked at it and I checked, okay, I did that. Okay, I did that. I did that. Okay, I can do this now because that is done. And so we really want to go deep into what are you really seeing? And how can you put it on paper? And now that Danyelle and my son, he's been using it as well, that thing that will write it out professionally for you, where you don't have to rack your brain and do it. There's so many things and apps now that we can use. And so we're going to be finding those out between all of us, finding out a faster way, a more updated way of doing things rather than the old business plan way.
Let me speak about that. Yes. Chat GPT. Oh my God. I have used this website, Chat GPT, and I'll put it in the what is it? It's a Chat GPT. First of all, let me let you know that almost every tool that I use, from Wix, building websites, and even Canva, have some form of Chat GPT to help you bring out more of your ideas out. The proposal, having written many proposals. So it was important for me to write this proposal for this particular opportunity. I told specifically ChatGPT exactly what I wanted for this particular proposal. And it created my whole proposal for me, where all I had to do was plug and play and change a few words and add my price and different things, and then blah, 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 blah. It did it within 2 minutes. I used it to create my syllabus for an after school program. For my classes that I'm teaching, it literally has broken it down so that I am not overextending myself trying to figure out if I'm saying the thing, you know what I'm saying? It is an excellent tool, and I'm more than willing to do a workshop on how to use it, because it makes it, you can even use ChatGPT to create 30-day content for your business. So like Sister Dietrich, you have a particular business dealing with mental health services. So if you're sitting there and you're like, oh my God, how am I supposed to get all this? You can actually add ChatGPT to create a 30-day content for blah 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 blah. We can consult, you know.
Oh yeah, that's
but
nice.
I can show you. I can show you, and I'm starting to use that for. Okay, I'm not gonna give all my secrets out, but for my clients who are paying me to do their social media, you know what I'm saying? It's a way for me to work smarter and not harder. So one of my clients is a children's hair salon that works with African American children. Give me 30 days of content. Give me 30 days of ideas so that I don't have to sit here and try to figure this out. Now I can just plug and play the ideas, create the content, then go and schedule it. So this is how I'm doing. So you could do this for your business. You could do this for, you know, give me a specific plan for this. Give me some ideas for the month of June, for the month of July, for the month of August. Like, yeah, I'm more than willing to do a workshop on how to use ChatGPT. It's a bad boy. We create stuff within minutes. What used to probably take you 45 minutes to an hour, you can get done in less than 5 minutes. I'm all about using tools to make my life easier. Just like that gentleman. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress my back trying to lift you. We gonna get you a net, put you in this net, and use this Hoyer lift to make it easier for me to transfer you from your chair to your bed or bed to your chair. So this ChatGPT to me is a Hoyer lift of.
Is that an AI app?
It is an AI app, yes.
Okay.
The one that I use, I'm about to bring it up and put it in chat. You just have to be extremely specific about. It works on the more specific you are about the field that you're in, the more you're going to get out of it. So there are apps you can pay for. Don't pay for it. Please don't. The free one works just as well as any app that you can pay for. Then this one is free.
Okay, great.
It is definitely a game changer. But also they built in ChatGPT into like a form of ChatGPT in Wix, and they also built it into Canva as well. It's called Magic something. Ooh, that's a pretty picture.
I know.
I'm interrupting because I know I had to walk out the door any minute, and I wanted y'all to see some of these pictures. There's this is kind of just. You see this? You see the 5 girls?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have video as well, Mama Sheila?
See, he's still working on that.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. The story behind this, or I don't know. I think everybody that's on here was there, right?
Yeah.
This is when the ladies were performing, and the water was just plain water. It's like a little altar right in front of the stage. Y'all
Right.
Right. And after let's see, who was last?
Tap dancer. No.
Lolly was last, right?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, Lolly.
Get to sing it. Anyway, we noticed that the water had changed, and we were talking about how what is his name? You know, the experiment about the water changing and taking on whatever is being it's in the surrounding of
Right.
And all of that pure hope, that pure creativity, that pure joy, the intensity, how that room was filled. Oh my God. And we looked at the water, and that was what it was. And he was able to actually capture all of the wonderful little sparkles and stuff that's in the water. The water did not look like that initially. So anyway, that was, whew. Edwana in her world.
I love that picture. I absolutely love it. I love the whole experience.
There's a lot more pictures. I'm just kind of giving you a little bit.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
I think did I? Yeah, let me let you see this, honey.
I'm loving this laugh, this tears of joy laugh cry.
Yeah, right.
Smile cry. It's a smile cry.
It is. It is. And then did you see the one with the water? Mama
No, I just popped in when you showed
that.
you had this picture going.
Look at that. Look at all the love, all those sparkles in there.
Now, are you looking at the water now? Because I still see the five of us up there.
I'm looking at the water.
I don't see the water.
See the water now.
Still the 4 people as well.
It's 5 people. 5.
Well, the 5 people. I apologize.
It's 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4. I keep seeing 4, but I'm counting 5.
How about now?
Nope, still the 4 of us.
Okay, well, we're gonna come back to that.
Okay, you gotta go.
And then we have that one. Let me move this out the way. Okay. Y'all know that those girls right there.
Well, they say we staying here for a minute because it's not changing.
Nothing has changed?
No, we still looking at the 5 of us. They like, wait a minute, you gonna
Oh, okay. Let me stop share
Elizabeth
and then go back.
This is awesome. Okay, now I see you and Danyelle. Picture change. Yay.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Did you see that? Are y'all looking at Edwana and Ray and me?
No, we're looking at Queen Aduni and Danyelle right now.
Oh, so my goodness, y'all missed come here. Maybe what I have to do is do I have to change for each one? Okay. So when I was talking about the glasses before, did y'all see the glasses?
No.
Y'all didn't tell me?
You just were using
like
our
having your
memory.
slip hanging and nobody tell you, having a booger in your nose.
I slipped in to tell because I could hear what you all were discussing, but
there
only
we
see
go.
the 5 people.
There they go.
Okay.
Wow.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
Hey, Queen Aduni, are these
3 of them?
Are these in the Google Drive?
Yeah.
So you have a specific Google Drive for Elizabeth, right?
No, you know what? He had to come over because I was able to pull it up, but it kept telling me, and he and I showed him on the phone, so he had to end up coming up and just just transferring it over to my phone, to my computer. But it is in a Google Drive, and so he can tell you, and maybe you won't have a problem. I have too much stuff on my drive.
Okay, well, when I come over, because we're supposed to meet today, when I come over, I think we need to create one. If Elizabeth has its own Gmail account, Gmail
So
email,
we can just go
email
right to
address,
that email, right?
we can create a Google Drive specifically for that Gmail account, and then I'll make sure I send out the link to all the Elizabeths, because then you all can put your pictures from the Elizabeth conference into that one.
That'd be good.
Okay, good.
That way we'll have everybody's stuff, and we can use that, to promote us and ourselves, and just we'll have more than enough pictures to do what we need to do. So I'll make sure that happens today.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that let me see. So I want you all to, like I said, really think about what you want to create, what you want to manifest, or what are you already in the midst of. And it may be that we really need to focus in on your marketing or your branding, or maybe everything else is wonderful. You can tweak it here and there. We'll have different speakers come in and share with us, what the different areas, like the legal, how do you pick what, how you want your structure, what's best for you. And so we'll be able to really talk it out and mastermind around every aspect of the business plan. Now, for me, this is part of LEAP, Linking Everyday Extraordinary People, where we help businesses become successful, right? And we create, the intent is to make each one of us, or any of our, the LEAP people, a walking business plan. Because if you have every aspect of a business plan worldwide, this is the structure. You need these things in place. You got those things in place and working good, then you are going to be successful. But that means more than just the what your marketing is and what's this, that, and the other. It's your whole being. The business structure has a whole being as well. And you can be very successful business-wide and very unhappy in your emotions and your spirit, no relationship with God. You could not have your family is all out of tact. Nobody wants to talk to you. Your hygiene, your health bad, but you're making money while you sleep. You're making millions while you sleep. So something is out of balance. And what we want to do is to live a life that's in balance and full of joy and fun and giving and creativity, so on and so forth. So pick out, like I said, pick out what that is. I've been creating designs for this building that I want. Oh my bejesus, and it's so perfect for my husband and I, and what we're doing on this level. We have an A and a B. Have all the money you want. This is what it's going to be right here. Have to do it, daily, between you and the Holy Spirit, and then this is where I can see how we can still do it on this level, and not this level being not where you are right now, but where are you going? So
and being prepared for growth, because as our businesses grow, you had to be prepared for that too. Making sure you have everything in place to receive that growth. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I gotta go. Star, it's on you, boo.
Okay.
Okay. So happy Manifesting Monday. This is Manifesting Monday. I love Mondays. Ever since I've been doing the Elizabeth show, I have loved, loved, loved Mondays. Now I will say Mondays have thrown my days off. my real work week actually starts Tuesday. With this is kind of like an admin day, and we're flowing and just flowing and figuring things out as we go. So I guess today on this Monday, I'm gonna ask the question: what are you manifesting for today? What are you manifesting for the week? What are you manifesting for the month?
Well, let me start with the day. Today I am, of course, I'm in South Carolina right now, and I'm over at my sister's house, her new home, and she has to go to work. So I'm here alone in her home. So I'm manifesting peace, tranquility, and just a knowledge of being okay with a new space and everything, you know.
Okay. How long are you on vacation?
I will be here until Thursday morning. I'll be flying back to Michigan Thursday morning.
That's a nice
And then it is. And spending time with my sister is always fun for me. So
this is a vacation for you?
yes.
Okay, good.
You know, it's my sister's birthday on the 19th. So I came for her birthday, and I also came to see my oldest son. He's in Georgia, but we met up in Savannah because it's 2 hours away from me and it was 2 hours away from him. So I met and saw him on my sister's birthday. So it was wonderful seeing my son. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been good. Very cool. Yeah.
Deidre, you were getting ready to say it, and then. Did you finish the and then?
Oh, right. You are so perceptive. Oh my God. Yes, I was going to say, and then when I get back, my mother-in-law is coming back home. So I'm going to be back into just a supportive role, you know. So
yeah.
Okay.
There you go. That's exactly it.
I'm gonna speak about that. I'm glad that you got a break, because caregiving is you're giving so much of yourself. I am happy that you are actually in a nice long break, because I'm finding out a lot of caregivers don't know how to detach themselves from that particular role and know how to get the rest and relaxation that they need to recharge themselves, because you're giving so much of yourself, be it a family member or even with myself, you know, working with clients. I'm glad that I've had a little break of constantly giving to myself, because quiet as it's kept, the day that I had that sciatica pain, I came home from working, literally working with a client. And there's an energy exchange that goes on there. So I'm really watching my energy as well, and making sure that not only am I fully protected, but that I get that energy off of me and get back to doing the things that balance me out, like my salt baths or yoni steams, or, you know, whatever that is. And I know Adrana knows exactly what we're talking about. So I'm happy that that you're getting the relaxation that you definitely deserve, because I understand exactly what's going on here.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. Thank you. I receive it.
Mama Evelyn, you want to share? What are you manifesting today?
Well, I am clearing out my studio so that it is more productive for me to do some things in here, but definitely I have the garage set up, and Star, I need to come and get my other table because I need to set up to paint. On June 19th, Juneteenth, I will be at Belle Isle, and we'll be doing a banner make and take. And so I will be painting. I have 40 banners. I will be painting them because I like to paint a background on the banners. I don't like to just give them to you as plain canvas. It's just, you know, something about that. But if it's a color, then, you know, you can pick a color that resonates. And then I'm so excited because I I believe I showed you guys these labyrinths that I got them out of a book in a bookstore years ago.
Oh.
Okay, that's one. And that's two.
Okay.
And this is three. And there's a fourth one. But the special part about these is that the wording inside are chants that we used to do in a sister circle we had back when Sheena was younger and in high school, in junior high school. So and the wording in here was written by Mama Sumara.
Oh.
So on this one it says, woman am I, spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Okay.
Ooh, nice.
And this one says, I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. Wake up, wake up. She says, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. May the rivers all run clear. May the mountains be unspoiled. May the air be pure. May the trees grow tall. May the earth be shared by all. You sort of sing that though, but I like singing it.
Nice though. It's nice. The words are nice.
And the last one is around the circle, because I love circles. I love circles. I do. I have it in all my artwork. Around the circle, we create our visions and our dreams. We've come to celebrate. Let us sing with all our might. We are dancing circles in the night. So these, I'm going to print out on fabric. And so, because it's the Juneteenth event at Belle Isle from 11 to 3, 11 to 3. And it's about womb wellness and womb healing. And yeah, so I said, perfect. So
who's putting that on, and do you have a flyer for that?
Cicely was supposed to have the flyer out by this weekend, but I haven't seen it. It's by the Listening Partners, the Wisdom Institute, Gwen Winston.
What time?
It's from 11 until 3, 11
That's
a.m.
probably why I think that's why they've changed the ancestral celebration, because I couldn't understand why they changed the ancestral celebration. The Adasi. Yeah, it's usually on the third. It's every third Saturday in June, and so now it's going to be for this year. I don't know if that's for the remainder of the time, but this year it's going to be on the 24th of June. So I'll make sure as soon as I see that flyer, I'll make sure I post that, the ancestral celebration, the Adasi.
Well,
okay, it's going to be on the 24th. Okay, no, but this is on the 19th. This is on a Monday. So
it's on the 9th. Oh my God. Okay, I thought you said Juneteenth. I went straight to that Saturday. Okay, never mind.
Okay, no.
But the event is still on the 24th. I'm sorry. So the 19th is the Listening Partners event.
Yeah, the banner, the womb wellness.
It's amazing you mentioned Mama Samara, because I just talked about you and her when I did my 5 rights. I just said both of your names together. So.
Wow.
Yeah, well, she's the reason I'm, my path has become clearer, because we did our artwork together and we created the How Does Your Goddess Grow workshop together. So, yeah.
How does your goddess grow? I like the sound of that.
Anybody else? Anybody else manifesting on this Manifesting Monday?
I'll go. I'm manifesting getting back on my schedule. I'm glad that I am able to do what I do whenever I can do it, but I want to get back on I'm manifesting getting back on my schedule. But I have company, so I'm sitting for my sister who's out of town, Max and Gizzy. I don't know where Gizzy is. She's hiding, but yeah. So I got
Hey
I don't
there.
know. You just look at her, look around. She look around like, I don't know where she is either.
that's Max. That's Max. Yeah.
Oh, look at that baby.
I guess through through care of, some these babies and my sisters, I love on them like she does, So I see why she has them.
Yes. They know it.
I'm not an animal. I'm an animal person, but not my own. I'll baby,
Yeah.
I'll pup sit and everything. They can come visit, stay a couple days. But, yeah, okay.
That's what I'm gonna manifest for in the future.
So taking care of animals is my manifestation, and getting back on my schedule. I want to get back on my schedule.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
All right, thank you.
Anybody else want to join? Because I know I could say what I'm manifesting today. I'm manifesting money.
I can go.
I have another challenge that presented itself, and I love these challenges that the universe present, because it's like, do you really want this? Do you want? So I'm like, okay, I speak it into existence that it's covered. Things are working out in our favor, and that's just that. So I'm seriously manifesting money. I got a bill, got to pay. Wasn't enough in Cash App to do it. It's not that I don't have the money. It's just I got money everywhere. So it's just a matter of putting where it needs to be to do what it needs to do. And,
Right.
I'm manifesting this opportunity will go through. The person that opportunity is giving me thumbs up every along the way. So everything is happening within the divine timing. What I'm loving is I'm not fearful. I am just not fearful. I'm not worrying. I'm not fearful. Used to be a time I used to worry about stuff, and I'm like, I'm not worried about this. And I'm praying, if this case is for me, this case is for me. That's just the bottom line. I hope it is, because like I said, who don't want to get paid paid for 3 hours versus one? So let's do this. Let's go there. Yes, Ebony, what are you manifesting today, my darling?
Today I'm manifesting a lot. So today I'm manifesting a positive and a successful federal review. Our department is under federal review today at Wayne Metro, so I am manifesting a successful one. I am also manifesting a successful meeting. I sit on a board with Deetra, and she is our glue, and she is not here. So I am manifesting
goodness.
successful meeting without her. And my calm before the storm is I'm gonna rock it, and I'm gonna keep us organized and make her proud.
You're gonna do just fine.
I am manifesting all the conversations we had during lobby day in Lansing come into fruition, and all our bills get passed for energy efficiency, and making sure we get the funds delivered to our communities as they're supposed to, and not just to our legislative and then our governmental stakeholders, actually to the people. And I'm also manifesting a successful science and craft event that we're going to have on Saturday. This science and craft event is our first free science and craft event. So we have a lot of people coming, and I'm just so excited to see all the kiddos and making sure the families have their resources and have a good time. Oh, and my socialization for work on Friday. I have a busy week, guys, but I'm manifesting a successful event, and to be prayed up and calm in it all.
You know what's great about it is that you already, in your voice, I can hear that it's going to happen, because you already feel it, so thank you, Ebony, for all you're doing.
Yes, Miss Brandy. What are we manifesting this Monday?
Well, thank y'all. First of all, there's no accidents in this world. This was not an accident to be here this morning. This is exactly what I needed. So in some way, I think I manifested this, just this interaction.
Okay.
But I am definitely in the energy today of manifesting money, but not just money. And I have a hang up with manifesting money, and that's a whole other discussion. But what this is manifestation of money and resources that are much needed. And I've always had trouble asking for. And so today I woke up in a different energy, that ego and that whatever hang up, gets out of the way so that I ask for it, because the resources are not just for me, they're for the care of the web of people that I care for. And it is also manifesting a successful retreat that's coming next month. Me and the other Manny sisters have figured out a way to hopefully eliminate money being a barrier by crowdfunding. And we have a limited amount of time to do it in, but I am manifesting that we raise more than enough so that every sister that wants to be there is able to be there, and money is not a barrier. So yes, thank you for allowing me the space to
that's
speak.
Yeah, that ego tries to hang you up every time. You gotta get out the way. I'm learning about the ego, boy.
I'm gonna give you a testimony. A few months ago, back in February, me and my partner had to come up with $7,500 to prevent us from getting evicted. Quickly got over my ego. Quickly got on my skills. This is where my landmark skills came in, and be like, I need to be powerful enough to ask for bold requests. And I changed my wording and didn't ask for people to help me. I requested that people bless me with a financial blessing. It was I had conversations that I was afraid to have with people. Do you know there was people that was actually happy and excited that I asked them to help me? I was like, what? They was like, I'm so honored that you asked me, of all people, to request of me to assist you. And I'm sitting here like, there are people out there who are happy to give, but because we're afraid to ask them to bless us or and be open to receive and have those conversations, we don't get the blessing that we're looking for. So needless to say, I got everything that I needed. Once I got the momentum, some people weren't able to help, but majority of people were just like, yeah, I'm happy that you asked me. I'm happy. I'm so excited. And gave freely. And I'm like, okay, you know what? What it taught me was like, I could have opened up my mouth years ago about my business. Why am I sitting here afraid to talk about my business and ask people to support me within my business? I'm like, are you serious? So I really felt like I've gotten over that. I'm not afraid to ask. I'm like, I'm asking for a powerful, bold request that you assist me. And like I said, I think it was amazing. So go forth. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask a request for people. Ask for a powerful request, because the requesting sounds different from asking. When we're asking, it feels like we're begging. But when I changed the wording to, I need a request of you, then people are a bold request. I need a request of you. I need, it was. And here's the other thing. I didn't have to go into my story. I didn't have to go into the story of why I need it. This is what I need. This is the timeline that I need it. I have a bold request, and it worked. I was like, oh, that was my lesson. That was my lesson then, and that's my lesson now, and that's what we about to do. Yes, Miss Deidre, you got something? I mean, Evan, you got something else to say? Oh, your hand was just up. Okay. So
yes, I was just gonna let her know to shift her perspective. Like a shift in your perspective will make it a easier transition into requesting the funds and the abundance that you are entitled to. So it's just a shift in the perspective. Like you already have it. You already know who you're supposed to get it from, and you know how to get it. So once you shift that perspective, like, okay, I got all these tools, I'm already working on it, just like Danyelle just said, you already have it. They've been waiting for you to ask.
Yeah, I feel that. Thank you.
So yeah, it's almost that time. That time went by fast. Wow. That's what happened when we get together with the Elizabeths. I'm like, it is 9:52. I'm like, oh, it's just about that time. But I really enjoyed today conversation. I am sold up. I'm fired up.
Me too.
I am ready. Like I said, I do have my boot camp coming on June 4th. And then I have the 7-week intensive starting on that following Monday. Like I said, there's a power in the shifting of it all. So if
It
you're
is. Yeah, Miss Lolly
Lolly.
on the line.
Yes, Lolly, what are you manifesting today?
Yeah, so I guess you could say this is Manifestation Monday, Manifestation May, because I'm manifesting a few things. One, I no longer have a functioning car right now, so I am manifesting solutions to that. That'll be sustainable while I am handling my other business. In the meantime, I'm grateful that I don't have a car because it's requiring me to stay at home. So I'm can't talk. I am manifesting finished projects. Yes. I'm manifesting finished projects this week. So since I'm not as mobile, this is the perfect time for me to really dive into my entrepreneurial goals and get everything together. Yes, my albums, that's great. I also have an affirmation book and everything, speaking of manifestations and stuff like that. And I need to be working on that. So I'm manifesting that. And then of course, finances have been a little bit tight recently. So I'm manifesting just even being able to accept abundance in finances and being able to pay off all bills and having everything that I need and more. And I'm manifesting the wisdom to have a really solid business plan over the next few months. So that's yes.
And also, I'm gonna say I'm plugging you because I downloaded your album, Permission to Lollygag, on iTunes this weekend, and I'm like, oh my God, that is a musical affirmation, and I absolutely love it. I just posted the link in chat, so I'm like, if you are an Apple Music user, I know you're on all platforms. I'm an Apple Music user. Go ahead and download that album. That just out of support, number one, and number two, Lolly, you got an excellent voice. And the messages that you put into music is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I just put it in chat, download, and also support. You know what I'm saying? You could take a screenshot of that and put it on social media and tag her, and that's how you get more people to support her. We let people know what we're doing, who we're supporting, and how we're doing this and everything like that. And you got your hand up again, Lolly. What you got to say?
Oh no, I didn't put it down.
Okay. Yeah, Permission to Lollygag. Yeah, I like listening to my Detroit people, my Detroit sisters and everything like that. And I think I did shout you out. I'll shout you out again today because that music. Oh, and I like the fact your music is also available for me to use within my own stories and stuff. So that's a big one too. So that's another way of promoting people. When you do a story and add music to it, use Lolly's music, use Sky music. I'm seeing who I know whose music is there to actually use so that we can put, that's another way of promoting other people. Use their music on your social media. That way more people get exposed to their music. So yes. How can I follow you ladies and join everyone again? I think my adult daughters will benefit from this as well. That's from Brandy. You know what, Brandy? You can find me on Facebook. I'm Danyelle Claxton. What is it? Brandy wants to follow everybody. So I'm gonna put my name in. I'm Danyelle Claxton on both my all my social medias. So you can definitely find me. And if you guys don't mind just putting in your name or your business in the chat because she wants to follow you. We have a new follower. Get these followers so we can get our message out here and manifest this money a lot quicker and faster. That's what I'm all about. So does anybody else want to share, want to comment, any comments, questions?
I'm going to jump in and say, congratulations, Lolly, on your graduation. Woo woo. Yeah. Finishing project, baby.
Yeah, the graduation projects and completion. Congratulations on your, graduation. I'm so proud of you. We plan to be at your graduation party. We gonna celebrate. We gonna infuse you with some blessings as well. You guys just don't know how much I look forward to this right here. I am so glad that we come together, that we encourage each other, that we are the beautiful reflections of each other, and y'all are gorgeous. like I said, Deidre, you were inspiring me to get some rest and relaxation. I also had a friend that had a involuntary break in his, relaxation, because if you don't do it voluntarily, your body would definitely let you know involuntarily, and that's what we're actually avoiding.
Exactly.
I look forward to connecting with each and every last one of you. Like I said, if you need help with social media, please contact me. We can get this together. Do it sooner rather than later, because your audience is looking for somebody. And if you're not putting yourself out there, they're looking at somebody else. So we can create a plan. I can do consulting. I do website auditing, which I look at your website, I look at your social media, I see what's going on, and we get together a plan so that you can get yourself out there. You don't have to post every day. You can post once or twice a week. Just be consistent about what you're posting so that people look forward to it and they get the message across. So everybody follow Lolly. She's on there. You found Lolly on Spotify. Promote everybody. If I post something, share it on your page. If Lolly, just cross share everybody, and make sure that you're tagging everybody so that people know, hey, we're a community. We like, we share, we tag, we follow. You know what I'm saying? You can also tag people to different people's pages. Like, you need to follow Mama Evelyn because she got these beautiful earrings, these beautiful sayings, these workshops and everything. So let's continue to support. Yes, love those earrings. And now I want to say thank you for supporting me. Tomorrow is Sister Deidre. We're talking about the benefits of the Queen of Four detox. One thing about me and Sheila, we actually detoxed for Queen of Four here about 10 years ago when she was at the Detroit Wellness Institute with Dr. Jessie Brown. So I've met the woman. I've sat at the woman's feet. I love the woman. And her detox does work. And we are considering doing this as a Elizabeth group. We can do this together. And she's got all the recipes and everything in her book, Heal Thyself, and also Sacred Woman. So if you have those books, we have the recipes, we have the knowledge. It's just putting forth the effort to do this 30-day detox. And that's also a good social media platform for yourself with documenting the 30-day detox.
Right.
And we can definitely put something together and encourage each other and get this together. So I'm looking forward to putting this together and working it out. If you're interested in doing the detox, just put it in the WhatsApp group for the Elizabeth, so we can all do this together and do this strong and manifest what we need to manifest. So I want to say I love each and every last one of you.
Love you.
Let us give the world
nice. Give ourselves a hug first.
Give ourselves a hug first.
Yeah.
And then hug
the world. And give out all the love.
And I love this manifesting Monday. We'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday, with Sister Deidre, the health and wellness of it all Tuesday. I'll repost the flyer in the WhatsApp, and take the flyer, and ladies, please post the flyers on your social media so other people can see what the show is all about.
Okay.
And then also with our shows, one more thing, the flyers for the shows, let's try to get back on schedule of trying to get stuff a week ahead so that stuff can be scheduled. I am getting to the point, because I'm getting clients, I have to schedule stuff out, and I'm scheduling stuff out weeks in advance and 30 days in advance. So if we can get at least a week or two ahead of ourselves, it makes it easier for me to schedule schedule everything out, so that I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's 1 o'clock, I got to post this. No, let me schedule everything out. So yes, so contact me. I will put the class information in the group chat. Share my flyer. Please share my flyer on your page, so you never know who else might actually need the benefit of that help as well. And hit me up if you want to join the boot camp. I suggest everybody join the boot camp, because we all can use a refresher to get the stuff that we need so that we continue, prospering profits in our sleep. That's my goal. I like waking up, hey, I want to order this. Hey, can you send me that? Hey, I love that type of stuff. I don't have to chase after you, because you already know what you want. So
you already know.
Yeah. You already know. So let's do that. I love each and every last one of you, and you guys have a great, great Monday.
You too. Bye
And
bye.
you
Bye-bye.